Hi, my name is Ariel from the Children of Karma, and today I'd like to discuss Chiron and Taurus and how it aligns with that mini grand trine and how it impacts the beauty industry, beauty in general, fashion. And Chiron and Taurus, so this is about searching for our permanent values, those values that will remain, decade after decade. What is sustainable? What is real? What is real and what is superficial? And sometimes even the Chiron and Taurus can be tied, their self-worth can be tied to the possessions, and beauty being tied to the things that they own as well too. And also strong survival skills too. With Venus also having its star point at 0 degrees Scorpio, this also shows a kind of financial feel to relationships, survival. This year in 2026, Chiron will be in Taurus June 19th to September 18th of 2026. But its long stay in Taurus will be April 2027 to July of 2023. So we're getting a little taste this year of what it could be, and it's also aligning with this mini grand trine. It will have an alignment. It will be involved in a T-square with the opposition of Jupiter and Pluto. And so this is showing maybe a sensitivity to the environment and how you can be manipulated and lose your agency through partnerships, through absorbing what's in your environment on a daily basis. It can strip you of your agency. Also, Jupiter beliefs and philosophies. How our beliefs and philosophies can strip us of our agency as well. And Jupiter and Leo, sign of love too. So maybe how I'm thinking even romance scams here too, taking advantage of loneliness. Beliefs on relationships may be getting in the way, maybe stripping us of our agency. It can also be a powerful healing philosophy, maybe shifting our beliefs on relationships as well, our beliefs about Venus things, about possessions, maybe thinking differently. Something my dad always told me, I like beautiful things too. So he had to teach me very early on about this. He said, take the total cost of the item and divide it by how many times you plan to wear it. And then you can decide whether or not this article of clothing is worth it. These outer planets in masculine signs, it makes me think of the fathers, the men who can help to set the beauty standard too. Venus wants to harmonize. It wants to make peace. So it wants to please the other, maybe even through the aesthetics to please the other. And so men can set a beauty standard. And perhaps it's fathers who teaching their daughters, also sons too, how to properly value yourself, how not to tie your self-worth to your possessions, to tie it to something that's stronger, to those inner qualities that we have that improve over time, because what's on the outside, it always changes. So if we attach ourselves to these things, then we'll be very disappointed. Neptune in Aries also makes me think of surgeries, surgical interventions, Botox, fillers, surgical interventions, cutting, severing, opening, tearing, fat transfer as well. That's interesting. Also, dissolving filler, Neptune in Aries, dissolving of the filler, but finding out that once you do dissolve the filler, it's aging you. It robs you of your youth, Neptune in Aries. Maybe the side effects were not clear. Maybe there was manipulation when it came to marketing these things amongst social media, social groups. A heavy influence. Beauty having a heavy influence. The youth being chasing beauty, chasing beauty, and maybe chasing it so strongly that you're moving further away from it. That's interesting too, because I think as a child, you always want to look older, because when you're older, you have more agency over your decisions, over your life. People maybe respect you more as an adult, so you want to look older. I think they actually, by saying, looking older is not really getting the point across necessarily. But it's interesting too, because many people chase youth. Many people chase youth. Youth is idealized. If they take a step back and they look at how society is chasing youth at this time, and then take a step back and realize that you have the youth. You already have it. You don't have to chase it. You just be and enjoy it. Because you have so much time to be an adult, so much time to get older. Just enjoy yourself now. And certain body parts they age at different times. They age at different times. Don't worry about it. And sometimes these little flaws are just unique parts of ourselves. And Neptune in Aries can show maybe dissolving individuality. And yeah, I keep seeing in my head like a fashion show where they have helmets. They're covering the face, Aries, the head. They're covering the head, and it's dissolving individuality. It's as close as you can get to maybe robots on the runway, perhaps. And having surgeries that are similar to, everyone else. You're looking the same, you're aging the same way, and, what made you once an individual is now gone. And you can never go back. So you can never go back to the natural. You can't just remove it and go back to the original state. It's Pluto. It's transformed. It's forever changed. It's reborn into something else. So if you have had something, it's, either way, we're moving to a place of acceptance. Whether you choose to get something done or you don't, you still have to move to a place of acceptance. Accepting yourself. Taurus, self-acceptance. Accepting who you are and loving yourself for all the flaws, all of the flaws. They're just unique parts of self. They make you who you are. And maybe we shouldn't be removing them, actually. Maybe we should be keeping them, because the flaws show people that we're real, right? Maybe we should keep them. Maybe in a society that is becoming more robotic and more digital, maybe we begin to value the flaws because they show an individuality, a uniqueness, a realness. And, perhaps that's the way that society is going. Also, with some of the procedures and doing, I've heard facelifts on 28-year-olds. I think this is insane. And this doctor should be arrested. Where is the accountability? Uranus, where is it? Where is the responsibility? Where is it? Saturn's also in detriment in Aries. Where is the responsibility, Saturn? Consequences to do this to the youth, to deceive them in such a way. And also, because we live our lives, mostly online, and especially the youth does, they're also influencing other people, other children. You know, the community still raises the child. Sometimes that's, in this digital age, it seems like the community is much larger, especially if your child has access to the internet. The community is much larger, the community that's influencing children. And maybe they don't mean to be role models. Not all of us mean to be role models, but I think we are to anyone that we interact with, any child we interact with. They're absorbing what's around them. And sometimes you can be a part of someone's story and maybe you don't even know. Maybe you weren't even paying attention to them. You didn't even see them. But maybe you become trapped in a story that, you know, that they remember 30 years later, you know, that showed them what adults are really like. You know, you could have been a moment for someone. So I think we should all be paying attention to how we are moving and what it says about how we really feel inside. I mean, take a look at ourselves. This is an opportunity that we have to promote realistic beauty standards that are sustainable, that are just real, that are based on something real, that are grounded. Chiron and Taurus will show slower changes. Healing through creativity, Venus, it is slower. It is slower. It's not going to heal everything. And it's going to be small little changes every day that are going to help to alleviate some of the wounding, some of the pain, some of the blockages that we might have. You know, it's going to heal slowly. So healing through art. It's interesting too, because when Chiron was in Taurus, the Museum of Modern Art was founded. So it's showing galleries and art, film, photography. Green light therapy could be interesting to try. It's something I've been doing. Green is Venus too, which is interesting. It's supposed to promote just a calm mental atmosphere. It relaxes our body. And I have found that that is true. So we can use things like this, reliable, trusting relationships with other people. Maybe people that are more earth energy consistent, maybe they help to heal us as well. You know, they provide stability in our lives, so now we can trust. And maybe Taurian people, Venus-ruled people, maybe can bring some peace and love during difficult times as well. Chiron loves flowers, and in Taurus, it's daisies and lilies. So we can heal through flower therapy as well. Moss agates, emeralds can be helpful. Taurus is also the neck, so perhaps we see more neck trouble, maybe from looking at our phones, looking down at our phones. Perhaps we are dealing with more structural issues there. Taurus is also the throat, so it can be singing. We can sing, even humming and gargling and activate the vagus nerve, which helps to enhance that parasympathetic nervous system activity. It helps to really relax those pain signals in the body too. And it feels like a wave of relaxation. So maybe exploring more vagus nerve techniques. Maybe choosing to sing more. I notice when I hit certain notes, just a wave of calm, total body wave. So perhaps we can use more of these methods to work through some of our pain. Healing through song. It reminds me of Saint Bridget, right? Wailing through song, Lorelei, wailing through song. It's healing something. Tears are also healing. If we look at the time periods of Neptune, perhaps we can see how fashion also changes too. The last time Chiron was in Taurus as well, Neptune was in Sagittarius. This was 1976 to 1984. Neptune was in Sagittarius, and also being a fire sign. It's interesting because this one, the gypsy look was popular. Skirts of any length. Also no bras, no corsets. It's freeing. It's no restrictions to our movements. We need to be free. And it's a fire sign, so this is a masculine sign too. So it's hiding the feminine or muting the feminine energy in a way. And it's doing it through loose fitted clothing. Maybe ones that don't show the body, the form. And in 1914 to 1929, we had Neptune in Leo, another fire sign. This was tailored suits, smoking jackets, neckties, to convey strength and power through the clothing. Over-the-top theatrical makeup and individuality, bandaged breasts. This is another way we're muting the feminine. We're pushing it down. Both are hiding. Also the short skirts, more movements, more freedom of movement here. So that's something that we can assume that we'll have this time with Neptune and Aries is more freedom of movement, maybe clothing that, maybe not a more loose fitting, but sportswear, active wear, clothing that we can move more in. Freeing. We can also look at Neptune in Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars, which happened during 1956 to 1970. And this one also had clothing that accommodated activity, the mini skirts, but this time it also glamorized sex, sexual exploration, and expression. And we can expect that again here, this time with Neptune and Aries too. Glamorizing danger and death as well. And this was the time of Brigitte Bardot and Marilyn Monroe and Sophia Loren. Also in the 1970s, we had the bra burning, which is Mars burning fire. Interesting because Scorpio is a feminine sign, right? So this time we get it in the masculine. So I wonder, through Aries is very direct, whereas Scorpio will be more hidden and covert. So this time we're idealizing these things, but more direct, more overt ways. Also muting the feminine. How do we mute the feminine here? But achieve that agency, potency, that Mars energy is that energy to pull away, to be an individual, to stand out of the crowd. How will you do that now? Maybe now it's bald is beautiful. Aries being the head. Maybe it's bold, unique styles. Maybe it's mixing patterns. Advertisements are becoming more sexualized with Neptune and Aries as well. I think it's also important to remember that Neptune is mystery. So mystery is also influential at this time. And you don't have to give access to your body in order to be valued by another person or by society or to get likes and clicks. And the surgeries too, it's like it leads to chronic ailments. You need to have multiple surgeries to fix a problem that was created through the surgery. It's then the scar tissue. Just dropping all of that and finding the real core meaning of beauty. Thank you for joining me for this video. I'd love to see you at thechildrenofkarma.com, and don't forget to like the video. Bye.